Hello and welcome to White Men Can't Pod. This is a sports podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, and I'm here with just a couple of Micks. Couple of Micks.
Yeah, he's back.
Mick's back in this movie. Yeah. Bill and Wally. Give me your best Mick impression, Wally.
No, that's Bill's job.
Oh, okay.
Well, here's the fun part about that. I was battling a cold last week.
Yeah.
Just a head cold, nothing serious.
Yep.
But I was trying to repeat some of Mick's lines here.
Yeah.
And it sounded more like a bad VKM impression than Mick.
Vince McMahon?
Yeah.
Give it to me. You know I love a Vince McMahon impression.
Let me see if I can find the line. There was something particular that he was saying that was...
Come on, you bum.
Yeah,
So
bum.
it still has a little bit of Mick in there.
Mick loves you. There was something very serious he was saying that was making me laugh. I'll have to see if I can remember.
And when I gave you this necklace, I got it from Rocky Marciano. That one?
What happened to the other one? I don't know. Give it to some other bum.
It's Marciano's cufflink. All right, it's episode 40 of White Man Can't Pod. Rocky Fest continues with Rocky 5. Reluctantly retiring from fighting, Rocky takes charge of Mickey's gym and agrees to train a young protege who's hungry for success. How did you first see Rocky 5? Probably the same way you saw the other ones.
Ooh, yeah, this is the first time I ever saw Rocky
You never
5.
saw Rocky 5?
The only part of this movie I've seen before is...
The fight at the end?
The fight at the end.
Yeah.
I would say probably a Netflix through the mail one for me. It was probably because I had seen all the other ones growing up. I don't remember seeing this one growing up. So I'm guessing it was one of those, I'm going to watch all the Rocky movies in a row and then watch Rocky 5 as well.
I think Rocky 5 was eliminated from the Rocky marathons. I don't think they put Rocky 5 in there.
After all we've talked and all this stuff, like, I was expecting a bad movie. And it's the worst of these 5, but it's not that bad.
It's not good, and it's weird. It's very weird.
Yep.
To take all the good stuff from the last movie and just wreck it all in the first 10 minutes over nothing is so weird.
Yeah, they took some interesting choices.
It's so weird. I understand, like, what they were trying to do, and it's not as bad as I remember, but it's still not good. It's still not good. Box office game?
Yeah, we got a box office game. Let me grab the stats here.
This was 1990.
Yeah, this was a full, 21 years after the original?
Wow.
14 years. 14 years after the
yeah.
original.
Wow.
It was like, where are you getting your math from?
1990 this came out. So, the budget
game.
for the first 4 went 960,000, 7 mil, 17 mil, 30 mil. What'd they give for Rocky 5?
I feel like it's probably going to be more than 30 mil just because of when it came out, but like what great addition. They just went back to the same old sets they've already had.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Rocky gets paid more.
Rocky gets paid more.
Stallone gets paid more now.
That's fair, yeah.
So I'm going to say 40 million.
Interesting.
I'll go low. I'll go 10 million. I think it's more than that, but I want to give myself plenty of room.
Well, you did, because Ryan won.
Really?
A cool 42 million.
Wow.
It's only like inflation that caused this movie to cost more.
Yeah.
So the box office here went 225 mil, 200.1 mil, 270 million, and then for Rocky 4, 300 million.
This is definitely not as good as us.
You don't think it got Rocky 4?
Uh-uh.
No Drago money?
No.
No, because it's not a real Rocky movie. That's its main flaw, is that he doesn't fight. Like, he does fight in the end.
Fight.
But he doesn't really fight, and it's just a bummer. That's the worst part about the movie's a bummer. The rest of the Rocky movies are uplifting. This one's just a fucking bummer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say.
But they got like a real nice end though.
Yeah, I guess.
Kind
he
of.
still can't fight, and he got in a weird street fight with somebody.
Yeah, but he's got the relationship with his son back.
Yeah.
And his son stopped wearing that stupid earring.
Yeah, but he's
So
gonna
really-
he's gonna make a new earring out of the Rocky Marciano.
Oh, God. 125 mil.
I'd say it's still over 200. 200 mil.
200 mil.
Yeah. We're both over.
Both over.
Yeah, this
Wow.
movie stinks.
I'm just not.
This movie stinks, so I'm not surprised.
It doesn't stink. It's not
It's not
good. It's not bad.
It's like,
What did you say? 125.
yes. All right, 80.
That's probably right. 80ish.
$1.
I'll go $1. Why not?
Ryan, you win.
Of course.
119.9.
Oh,
So you're close to the
Jesus.
first time.
Okay.
So still though, it made almost 3 times its budget. So still, box office wise, it was a good
still
movie.
a success. Just a mess of a.
Yeah. So shall we? Shall we
Shall
jump in
we?
here?
We shall.
We jump right in with a montage. We really relive all the highlights of his big fight with Drago, and how I could change and you could change, and
We can
he,
change
Rocky
together.
stops the Cold War.
Yep.
And then apparently Drago just disappears off the face of the earth. Because he does not come up again, even
Yeah,
though clearly he's the best fighter in the world.
Why does he not get a shot at Union Jack or Union Kane or whatever his name is?
Yeah, I don't know. But he's gone. But we pick it up right there at the end of the fight. The new one starts with Duke in the locker room freaking out about a great win. Finally, we get that Rocky side butt we've been waiting on
Yeah.
in the shower after his fight.
But
And Duke's stoked, but Rocky calls and says, like, get Adrian for me, and this scares him. And Adrian comes in, and he basically is sitting there saying, like, you remember when Mick used to talk about when he fought and he felt like he was dying? Well, that's me right now. And then he shows his hands, and they're shaking. He says, I cannot stop my hands from shaking.
and also Mick died. You know, if you forgot.
Yes, he actually did die. So this scares him and Adrian. And she's like, let's go to the hospital right now. And he says, no, I just got to go home. I don't want to go to the hospital. I just want to get on a plane and
Okay, to be fair, he's in Russia still.
Yeah.
Probably a bad idea just to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
But so he gets on the plane to go home. And as the plane lands, we get the band playing the Rocky song.
Nice.
And he hops off and he says, where's my kid? Where's my kid? Which he didn't care so much about for the last 6 months or whatever he's been training, but wants to see Rocky Jr. And actual son, Sage Stallone comes running,
That's
His actual son.
who, number one, tragic ending.
Oh.
Sage is no longer with us.
Sage is no longer with us.
Oh, that's
wow.
sad.
He died in 2012 at the age of 36.
Whoa.
Damn.
Which I immediately thought like he must have OD'd or something terrible. No, worse than that.
Oh.
Heart defect or something?
He died of coronary artery disease caused by arteriosclerosis, with no drugs detected other than over-the-counter pain medication.
Jeez.
So he died of like a heart disease at 37 years old.
That sucks.
36 years old.
Oh, man.
Well,
I
does
got
that mean-
1 year left. You guys are on borrowed time.
You're
We're
telling
playing
me.
with house money, you mean?
Yeah.
Does that mean that we can't make fun of him now during the movie
Well,
review? Because I want to make fun of him so bad.
you
Man.
make fun of him, but that's the tragedy number one of this movie. There's another to
There's
come.
more to come?
Oh, there's more to come.
Oh, boy.
But yeah, so real life son, Sage Stallone comes out and they're reunited. Immediately, a woman approaches him and says, I'm here with airport security. Let's go to the press conference. So at the airport, he's got a press conference already.
If you were suffering from some kind of crazy thing,
Yeah.
you're the champ. You don't need to have a press conference. Just go home.
Yeah. Which also, I thought we decided in Rocky 4 that he had to give up the title for not defending it and instead going to Russia. Apparently not the case.
No, it was just a non-title fight, I thought.
Yeah. So they ask him, somebody says, like, I heard there were some issues after the fight. Adrian lies and is like, no, he's perfectly healthy.
Wow.
And then someone says, like, Rocky, there's a lot of doctors who say, like, you shouldn't fight or whatever. And then this actually made me laugh. He goes, well, yeah, I think that doctors shouldn't fight.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
And right away, new bad guy enters, still at the airport. Now, this is obviously pre 9/11 when it was not so hard to get into airports.
Still.
Yeah.
But this dude shows up at the airport
Still.
and we meet
Don
George
King?
Washington Duke.
You mean Don? You meet Don King?
Yes.
Is Duke the only name that Stallone can come up with for a black guy
Yeah,
besides Apollo?
Why is
Oh my
everybody
God,
named
that's right.
Duke?
Don't know. But he comes in and he says, I got a new young fighter here, Union Kane, and he's here to challenge you for the championship.
Union Kane.
So we learn that Rocky still indeed is the champion. He does basically Rocky just ignores him. He doesn't respond. He's like, listen, man, like I literally just stepped off the plane.
Yeah.
So immediately the press turns on him. It's like, Rocky, you gotta answer his challenge right now.
I got a problem with the press the
Yeah.
entire movie.
Yeah.
They're just yelling at everybody that they talk to
Yeah.
throughout the movie.
Yeah.
This is not how the press acts. I
No.
know they're aggressive, but they
Just to get a question out. They don't yell at the person saying you're an idiot kind of stuff.
nobody says like, you really should answer the question. What are you gonna do here? Like,
Yeah.
that's not. They just ask the same question over and over and over again until you get annoyed.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the press immediately turns on him. So Rocky finally goes home. He's glad. He's like, I'm never leaving here. I'm so happy to be home. He makes some jokes in front of his kid about his mom, and she jokes right back at him.
Yeah.
But here's, besides the fact that Drago is not in this movie at all, here's the big plot hole of the entire movie. Where's Paulie's wife, the robot?
Oh, Jesus.
Where is the robot?
What
Well-
happened to the robot?
Okay, so yes, the robot should have greeted him at the door so we could
Yes.
see it one more time. But they probably had to sell it. So,
Eventually.
yeah. By the time that he loses all his money,
Yes.
Yeah.
Clearly.
there's not too many
But why don't we get the
scenes.
breakup scene with Paulie and the robot?
Yeah, we needed that. I needed to see that.
I'm actually glad the robot wasn't in this, but it
Now,
was
what-
it was weird to me that it
What is-
wasn't.
What is wrong with you? You're glad it's not in it.
Oh boy, Giants!
Wow.
Oh boy.
Letting the tight end get a touchdown. That's nice of you guys.
You let Drew Lock throw a touch. This has nothing to do with the podcast.
That was Drew Lock.
That was Drew
Oh,
Lock doing that.
Oh boy. So we meet Rocky Jr. He's in his room. We find out he's an artist. He's drawing pictures. Then we find one of his teacher. It's basically just like
What
a
is
carnival
going
sketch
on here?
Yeah.
of a woman with gigantic boobs,
Yes.
like
What?
I don't know, F cups or something.
What is happening?
No, those are like
Eyes?
quadruple G's or something.
What
Um,
was that?
But he's like proud of his
Yeah,
son.
Rocky doesn't care at all. He's like, "That's my French teacher." Rocky's like, "Yeah, I can see that. She looks French."
Oh.
And then, but he basically is like, "Make sure your mom doesn't see this. She won't like this."
She don't understand the French. Dumbass.
So they
Yikes.
bond a little bit. Rocky tells him terrible jokes. We're glad to be back together. We go downstairs, and Adrian and Paulie are arguing. We find out that instead of having Rocky sign a tax form or something that he was doing,
Holy crap.
Paulie has actually gotten him to sign power of attorney for his entire estate over to the accountant, who has since lost all of it. All of his millions of dollars of fight money is gone.
Okay, how?
And Paulie's like, I thought I was doing a good business deal, which made me think, again, where is the good businessman Tony to set this all right?
Oh my god, good guy Tony.
Good
I-
guy Tony, the
Yeah.
best
The first
character in the
two
entire
movies.
series,
Oh my
could
god,
have solved this.
Tony from the first
one
two
and two,
movies?
yeah.
If only Tony was around.
Good guy gangsta Tony.
Yeah. So we go to the next day. We go to meet with a lawyer, who basically says,
You're fucked.
"You guys are f-worded. You have nothing." The accountant,
You're telling me there's no way they could sue this guy or anything?
he says, the lawyer's like, "Oh, I've already taken legal action, but the money's gone." He basically took your money out, invested it in real estate, that then devalued, and your money is gone.
You gone.
So he's like, "I'm doing stuff, but sorry."
Ouch.
So right away, Rocky's like, "All right, then I got to fight." And Paulie's like, "Yeah, you got to fight." And then the accountant's like, other friend is like, "Yeah, you got to fight. That's how you have to make money." And Adrian Zillian was like, remember, Rocky, this is a bad idea."
I thought you were going to die. You're not going to do it again in another movie, right?
Yeah. So So she basically says, like, will you at least please go to a doctor? For me, go to a doctor. So he's like, fine, I'll see a doctor. So we go to the doctor. Oh, boy. We go to a doctor, and the doctor's like, yes, you have severe brain damage. So you should not fight. And Rocky's like, I can still do it. I can fight with brain
I
damage.
could do one more.
And then Adrian's like, hey, Doc, he actually can't get licensed, right? And the doctor's like, absolutely not. In no state can he get a license.
And she's like, okay, that settles it, right?
Yep.
Oh
So
my
basically, he has to retire because he has brain damage. So he does. He goes after the accountant. We get news clips and a little short montage of how Rocky's life has fallen apart in the newspapers. Everything's got to get auctioned off. So they're selling the house. They're selling everything in the house. They're selling the motorcycle.
They've already sold the robot.
The robot's gone. I assume his sweet black jacket with the Cobra or whatever is
well,
gone.
we see the kick-ass stallion motorcycle,
Yeah.
which I still think is great.
Yep.
And Rocky Jr., who's not called Rocky Jr. in this movie,
He's Robert.
he's Robert.
Well, he calls himself Robert. I
Yes.
don't know if that's
Is
a name
that it?
change or that's him not wanting to be Rocky.
I think they changed the name.
No.
Oh no, it says Rocky Jr. here
Yeah, I
in the
think
billing.
he decides I'm
He
going to
d-
be Robert.
He decides to change.
I don't
his
want to
name.
be like my dad.
Fair.
Yeah. So they're dead broke now, though. So then what do you do when you're dead broke? He goes up to the attic and busts out his old leather jacket and his old hat.
from movie number one. That's what you do. You go for the nostalgia when
Yep.
you got nothing left. in
Yep.
these movies.
He's gonna go meet Good Guy Tony.
I wish. So they do, in fact, move back to the old neighborhood. And they kind of
because
get
Paulie still has the house.
go to get settled in, and Rocky goes to the old bar. He starts smoking cigarettes again, and he wanders into Mickey's now completely abandoned gym. And we get a fever dream of Rocky and Mickey in the ring, presumably before the first Creed fight.
Yes.
Slip the jab.
Yeah.
That's it. Mentalize. Can't do it. It's gone.
Was it the first Creed fight? Maybe it was the second one.
Maybe it was.
I don't know.
But they have
yeah.
a real moment where Rocky
That's
or
why I love you, kid.
Mickey basically says, "I'm only alive because
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah.
You're my reason to live."
You're my reason to live.
I feel
Here's-
like that's a second movie Mickey thing to say,
Yeah.
not a first movie.
I was
thing.
gonna die.
Rocky Marciano.
It's starting to turn into Vince McMahon. It's starting.
See? I know. He says, "Here's a cufflink that belonged to
Rocky Marciano.
Rocky Marciano. It's the most important thing I have, and I want to give it to you. If you ever get hurt and you feel you're going down, this little angel is going to whisper in your ear. It's going to say, 'Get up, you son of a bitch,' because Mickey loves you, okay?"
There's something about the way he calls him a son of a bitch.
Yeah, son of a-
Always
I can't do it.
ends with telling him that he loves him. You're a piece of shit,
He doesn't
Rock.
say, "I love you," because Mickey loves you.
You're a piece of shit, Rock. I wouldn't eat a piece of shit. I wouldn't piss on your corpse if it was on fire, but I love you.
Yep. Slip the jab. That's it. Mentalize. So they love each other. Mickey gives him the necklace. And
Yeah, mentalize. I love that.
Yep.
Mentalize.
Yep.
Mentalize.
That's not a fucking word.
No,
it's a Mickey word.
it's a Mickeyism.
So we come back to out of the fever dream, and it's just sad Rocky. He misses his angel Mickey. They move into the new old house. They just got to put some aluminum siding on it. That is their answer for every building. We just got to put some aluminum siding on it, and it'll look great.
It's classy.
Which,
It's
having
class.
grown up in a house with aluminum siding, it's fine. It sure ain't luxury.
It's not fancy.
There ain't nothing fancy about it, except if you lean against it, it makes your coat white.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah. Or if you lived at my house, a truck would knock the wire down and rip it off the house every 3 months. It's kind of like
There's
that,
that too.
bridge that always gets hit.
Yeah.
Got hit again today.
Exactly.
Let's see. So they move back in. Everyone is miserable except the neighborhood is real glad to have Champ Rock
They
back.
love it.
Everybody except for the group that's moving home is very excited. New Duke, not old Duke, calls the house to try to get Rocky to fight. Adrian answers and says, like, "Stop. Leave my husband alone. Don't call here." Next day, Rocky and Paulie are going to walk Junior to school. We see that urban blight is set in. The sub shop is closed. That needs aluminum siding as well. So he decides now he needs to give some real advice to his kid. So he says, like, you got to be more street smart. You're smart, but you're
gonna get
a
beat up.
little nerd.
You're gonna get beat up.
Yeah, you got to be more street smart because everyone's got to hustle.
You're gonna get beat up by E from Entourage if you don't watch out.
Is that who that was?
I was gonna pop that, but Ryan already knew apparently.
Because I went looking on
You're
on
gonna
IMDb. I'm like, why does this kid look familiar?
You're gonna get
I also
beat
thought
up
he was
by-
the mouth from Goonies.
Oh, no,
I
no.
thought it
Nope.
was that kid too.
That's E from.
You're gonna get
Entourage.
beat up by E from Entourage if you don't watch out.
Didn't know that.
Yep.
I mean, we knew he was from the streets,
Yeah.
That's
from
true.
Medi Ian and all those stupid things.
Well, they were from the Bronx,
They're from Queens.
Queens.
Queens Boulevard.
That's that's
Queens
right, that's
Boulevard. Yeah, I forgot about that. That should have been the reference, not Medi Ian, although
Yeah.
that was part of it as well.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah. Oh yeah. So home team. We got to stick together.
Home
here.
team.
Smartly, actually, Rocky is worried that someone's just going to beat him up because he's Rocky's son. Because he's the champ's son, someone's going to try to.
They're
going
gonna
to
want to challenge him. Yeah.
We are approached by a young fella named Tommy Gunn on the street. He says he's a young boxer from the Midwest. Gives a little bit of a sob story about how, but he's here to meet Rocky. But as this is going on, GW Duke pulls up and approaches Rocky.
Why is this guy always in Philadelphia?
He's trying to stir up some stuff.
He's always there.
There's a funny line here where he says something about Mark. He quotes Mark Twain, and Paulie goes, "Who's Mark Twain?"
He's a painter.
And yeah, right, he's a painter, and they just move on from it.
Yeah.
And it's him and his business partner, white accountant guy, whatever. And they basically say, "Hey, we got your doctor's report. We know why you won't fight. It's not because you don't want to. It's because the doctors are telling you can't. We can fix that.
Yep.
I can get you licensed in Japan or wherever." And so they're kind of starting to talk Rocky into taking this fight. But Adrian, who is across the street, always in the pet shop, comes out, starts yelling, tells him to go home. Rocky barely stands up for it until at one point he basically says, like, hey, don't talk like that to my wife.
Yep.
And she gets mad at Rocky, so they have a little conversation, and basically she says, like, once again, even though I almost died last time when you made me do this, I'm going to go work part-time at the pet store because we need some kind of income.
She's back.
Mm-hmm.
Back at the fucking pet store. She uses his newspaper clippings as shit catchers.
Yep.
He himself is going to go to the gym and start training boxers there and reopen the gym.
You can make some money through that. Come on. You're still fucking famous.
So he's doing that, and it seems like they got a pretty good crowd in there. Tommy Gunn shows up and tries again. Before he goes into the gym, he basically shows up and says, like, come on, like, you got to help me. And he's like, nah, not now, kid. Like, I'm not in the mood.
Mm-hmm.
He's like weirdly a dick.
Yeah, he
to
was
Tommy
there
Gunn.
when Duke was talking to Rocky on the street
Yep.
about the health stuff.
We caught then to GW Duke in the car with Union Jack, and he's being a real jerk to him. And we find out he's just a bad dude. He like
Union Jack is just his puppet.
yeah. He
Or
basically
Union
says,
Kane,
you
not
will
Union
fight.
Jack.
Yeah, Union Cane.
Whatever.
It is
Union Jack is the
It's different
fucking
flag.
British flag. Right?
Yes, it is.
He says, like, you will fight when I tell you, against who I tell you, how I tell you.
That's
And
the
then
most
the
important part. How I tell
Token
you.
white accountant is like, yeah, don't piss off the hen that feeds you, basically.
Yep.
Rocky Jr. then gets jumped by a girl and her two dude friends after school. They beat him up and steal his coat.
You mean Kevin Connolly?
Yeah, you ruined it.
K.E.
Kevin Connolly of Entourage fame.
Chicky?
Chicky. Yeah.
Chicky.
Take his coat. Tommy Gunn comes into the gym, says, "Come on, let me work out. Let me work out." So he's like, "All right, let me get you something to spar with." And he's like, "You need like headgear." And Tommy's like, "No, I don't. I'm good. I'm fine." We learned that Tommy can hit like a ton, but he doesn't know much about boxing. But he also doesn't listen. He just kind of beats the crap out of this guy. He's going
Yeah.
like, whoa, 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 we're sparring. Like, chill
Yeah.
out. Won't listen to anyone. So Rocky basically sends him on his way. He's like, you can fight, but not here, not right now. Go away. You're not listening. I got to help other people. Said girl, I don't remember her name, approaches Rocky Jr., apologizes, and says,
Jewel.
She's a Jewel, thank you. It's like, here. She's like, you look cold. And he's like, yeah. Yeah, it's cold out. So she offers him her coat, and he says no, but they start bonding. Got something going here. She says she doesn't like Chicky because he's got no manners. After Rocky closes the gym, Tommy Gunn is waiting outside for him, talks to him and says, like, listen, I really want you to train me. Like, you can, like, help me out a lot. And Rocky's like, nah, like, I'm not a manager. I don't know how to be a manager. What you need is Mickey, but Mickey's dead.
He's dead.
But after we talk about that a little bit, eventually Tommy Gunn's like, no, come on, help me. And he agrees he's going to train Tommy Gunn now. He's going to manage him. Which will lead us into an eBay war.
Currently, Ryan and I are tied 6-6, but Ryan did have the lead last, so he has to go first.
Okay.
Is it in there?
It's about to be. In fact, it's going to be a two image eBay war.
Double image.
Double image. They're in there.
What is this?
Well, funny you should ask. I've
Is
got
it
the
a
answer.
program?
What is it? Yeah.
Rocky V original premiere poster and signed invitation ticket sheet.
Ooh, who
Okay.
signed it though?
This is item description. Rocky V original premiere poster and signed invitation ticket sheet. Signed by Tommy Morrison.
Ah.
These were my uncle and grandfather's. They went to the premiere and got the tickets from my uncle's coworker who dated Tommy Morrison at the time. One tear-on poster about 1 inch long pictured. Some small spots pictured. Any questions, or if you would like more pictures, feel free to ask.
Okay, that doesn't help at all.
So it's an
This
autograph.
is a family item.
Yep. Autographed by the other character in this, which
Tommy
I'll have more
Gunn.
on Tommy Morrison in a minute as well.
I would say $251.
$51. Interesting.
$251.
I mean, it's Tommy Morrison. That's not an impressive.
no, but this is a family heirloom, and it's from
Yeah.
the premiere.
Go with $1 again. Well, it worked out last time.
Don't be.
$300.
$300.
Whoa, I didn't expect that.
Fucking Christ. I can't win.
Why would you do
I
that?
just can't
you
win.
literally said what you needed to do, and you didn't do it.
No, I didn't. Not this time. He said I should go $1.
Well, you
You
said,
said who would pay for that? It's Tommy Gunn.
That's fair.
And then you went over me. Well,
Well-
what kind of strategy is that?
Go
it's what he
ahead.
does most weeks.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't understand why you do this. You say the right thing, and then you bid the wrong thing.
Because I don't trust myself to be
All
right.
yeah, $75.
Okay.
Going way down.
Is that down far enough? I'm not trying to give you any.
$100.
So you said
Again,
75,
Again, he's
Fucking
over
hell.
me.
and you said 100.
Yeah.
Well, you win.
Thank God.
U.S. $150.
Okay.
Ryan, there is no interest if paid in full in 6 months on $99+ with PayPal credit.
I really need to get more debt.
So I looked into Tommy Morrison.
Oh, boy.
Tommy Morrison was a fighter and also an MMA guy.
A real life fighter.
Real life fighter, real life MMA guy. Looks like he was 48-3-1 in his professional boxing career.
Did you see
That's,
some of the
pretty
people
good.
he fought? Did you see some of the people he fought?
He lost to Lennox Lewis,
Oh.
He fought Mike Tyson
did he?
Okay.
and did not get knocked out.
He
That's
beat
a-
George Foreman.
wow.
He lost on points to Mike Tyson. Did not get knocked out.
That's this is an impressive record then.
He beat George Foreman to win the WBO heavyweight title.
Oh, I'm sorry. He beat. Let's see. He also faced Ray Mercer, who's I remember being a real guy.
I don't remember that guy.
So though, I looked up a little bit more about him. In where is it?
Fought some real people.
He sure did. He became a mixed martial artist after a comeback in his I just saw this now. I didn't see this before. At one point in 1996, he was married to 2 women at the same time.
Okay.
Had 2 kids by the age of 19.
Mm.
That's the comeback.
He married 2 women at the same time. Both named Dawn.
Yeah, he probably just,
What?
At one point, he was married to 2 women at the same time. Dawn Freeman and Dawn Gilbert.
I mean, to be fair, that's the way you're good. You
You
gotta
gotta
do
have
it.
2 people with the same first name.
Yeah.
So when you call it out by mistake,
They
they
don't
would
know.
never notice.
in February 1996, and the hours before a scheduled bout against Arthur Weathers, the Nevada Athletic Commission determined that Morrison had tested positive for HIV and suspended him from boxing. He said that he would never fight again. He got HIV because of his permissive, fast, and reckless lifestyle. So this is 96. In 2007, Morrison began fighting again, having tested negative for HIV several times. So he actually came back and had a brief career, but then died in 2013 after his mother said he had full-blown AIDS and was in his final days.
Jesus.
He was 44 when he died.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Tommy Gunn. Wow.
So there's a couple of tragedies attached to this movie, even though they had obviously had nothing to do with the movie itself.
No, right. Wow. Who knew?
All right, so
No,
he's,
I can't make fun of this kid either.
yeah.
Or Tommy Gunn.
Yeah.
So yes, so he's gonna manage Tommy Gunn.
Okay.
Brings him home that night. He's like, "Hey, you hungry, kid? Adrian will cook something for you." So he brings him home. He feeds him. We get some backstory about Tommy Gunn, where he says like his father was abusive. He said first guy I ever knocked out was my dad. So then he's kind of looking at Stallone's kid and like, you have no troubles.
Yeah, what are you complaining about?
So this goes on for a little while.
Your
Then
dad-
Rocky goes.
Your stupid uncle lost all your money in your sex robot, and now you're stuck living in Paulie's house being weird.
So they're just getting settled here. Rocky's going to start training them, and he says, "Hey, where are you sleeping tonight? You can just stay in the basement." And Rocky Jr. is like, "That is my room. That is where I'm staying." He's like,
Nope, not anymore.
You have to move in with Uncle Paulie, which, yikes.
Yeah.
That must be the worst place to sleep.
You have to live with Uncle Paulie and sleep in his room with him.
No.
By the way, this man had relations with a robot,
Yeah.
and now you have to stay in his room.
You have to go to sleep with him laying next to you. So he kicks out his own son. Then he tries to say, like, "Hey, I want to tell you about this new girl I met." He ignores him, and he says, like, yeah, I have to start training Tommy right now. I got to make up some weird
Literally.
wisdom to tell him.
This very second.
Yeah. So the next day, Junior gets jumped again. E and Turtle steal his lunch money.
Yep. That checks out.
We go back to training. Rocky's like, "Hey, come here, Tommy. We got to do something." And he takes him and starts yelling at the priest in the window again to lean out the window and give him a blessing.
Got to go back to square one.
Nostalgia, yeah. First movie. We start training. They're running in the streets together. We see an early Tommy fight. He's not a good boxer, but he's punching the crap out of a guy. He wants to quit. He's like, "I got to train more." He's outboxing me. And Rocky gives him some Mickey stuff. Teaches him about heart. You got to want it more, yada, yada, yada. So naturally, he wins the
He
fight.
teaches him about fear.
Yep.
Fear is good.
Got to harness
Use
the fear.
it. Use it.
So we start a montage now after he wins his first fight. And it's a mix of the two of them like doing push-ups together and then him winning more and more fights.
Is this also when the kids montaging too? The son is
sort of.
montaging?
He's
Yeah.
about to start that.
Okay.
As he's on the come up, yes, Rocky continues to ignore his son, who keeps trying to say, like, hey, I should learn how to fight too.
Literally getting
Yeah.
beat up by
Yep.
E from Entourage. Can you
Every
help
day.
me?
So Paulie and the other weird guy at the gym start to train him. And this actually is the best Paulie is in any of the movies. Is him being a good uncle to Rocky
It's
Jr.
not as,
It's because he
not
doesn't
as-
talk.
Yeah, well, that's
It's not as
part
good as him having sex with a robot. I disagree. That's better.
of it. Tommy's getting more famous. He's starting to get recognized. People are calling him things like Rocky's robot.
There's your robot reference.
Yep.
He like hates Rocky for no reason. Like he throws
Yeah.
his like towel at the trophies at one point. Like
Well, it's because
he starts hating Rocky before like
Yeah.
he even should.
it's obviously because Duke is the one like playing the narrative through the media. He's like trying to get them to hype up this kid as Rocky's just like toy in his shadow.
So we also see that Rocky Jr. is getting better. He's starting to learn how to hit a speed bag, etc. So E and Turtle come back to beat him up, and Rocky kicks his butt. Turtle straight up runs away. Says like, I didn't like him anyways. But then immediately Junior helps E up and says like, if we want to squash the beef, we could do it right now. And so they're friends. Just like that. The two of them become friends. Junior goes to tell his dad, hey, I got my coat back. And immediately Tommy's like, hey, Rocky, ignore him. I have to train. I'm getting cold here. So he does. He once again ignores him. He is very high. He's very excited about everything he's doing with Tommy, but he's willingly just giving away his family at the same time. Nobody likes Rocky at this point in the movie.
This is the most unlikable Rocky is in all of the movies
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it
because
is.
he's just a douche.
Yes.
He's sick. He needs money. He needs to get money from. I mean, Tommy Gunn's not wrong. He wants to get money from him by being his manager.
It's true.
He does.
He
He's
does.
doing a shitty job of it.
He sees an end here though. Duke does, and he approaches Tommy Gunn. He hands him a girl and says, "Here, have her,
Have this property.
and here's some money too."
Here's a.
And
What
this
did
is
he give him? $5,000 or something?
it's something. And then
No.
like the next scene, he just hands him 20 grand.
Okay. I was,
20
alright.
grand. He gives him a lot of fucking money for no reason.
So
Yeah.
but he basically is just looking for an end to get Rocky to commit to a fight. Tommy though listens to him, starts to push Rocky aside little by little, and Duke eventually just talks him into leaving him. He basically says, "You got a handshake agreement, right? You got no actual contract. All right, get out of there. Like this is what you got to do if you want to
Yeah.
make money." Meanwhile, we get a super weird scene back at home. It's Christmas time. Rocky Jr. has his friends over,
Yikes.
and so Rocky decides to go out of his way to embarrass him, clearly,
Yikes.
because he gets Uncle Santa to come down the stairs,
Oh, God.
to the point where one of the kids is like, look, it's 90 proof Santa. Talking
Great
about
joke.
Uncle Paulie dressed
Great
up as
joke.
Santa.
E.
And he's like, come here and sit in my lap, kid. And Rocky Jr. is going like, absolutely not. Not going to do that.
No, I have to sleep in the room with this guy.
Yeah. So it leads to a full blow up. Rocky Jr. leaves with his friends. He wants nothing to do with anything that's happening.
But then Rocky doesn't understand why he's mad.
Yeah, he's like, he used to love
I
this.
like when Rocky, Paulie would dress up like that. Paulie actually does drink liquor, too, in the middle of this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
come
he does.
sit on my lap, kids, and drink some liquor.
I would say that he's a bad kid, but this is very clearly Rocky's fault. This is all on Rocky for being.
You know he's a
terrible
bad kid because he has an earring now.
Yes, that's true.
Yep.
That means he's bad.
Right away, GW Duke shows right up at the front door with Tommy, invites himself in to give him some Christmas presents.
What were in those
I
presents?
don't know. We never get to see. Probably just wads of cash.
That's a nice villain move. Like,
Yeah.
here, have some presents.
Yeah.
Like, I can't say no to presents.
Here's some presents. I'm going to leave. Tommy's going to talk to you. And Tommy basically says, listen, Rocky, you can
you're
train
out.
me still if you want to, but we're done here. I'm with Duke now. So then as he's getting ready to leave with his girlfriend / hooker,
She keeps going, we have to get to the party. We're going to be late.
Yeah. He tries to warn him, and he's like, listen, he's going to use you. He's going to make you sign a contract, and you got no rights. And he's trying to warn him, but Tommy Gunn wants nothing to do with it.
Yep.
So he's in the road screaming. Adrian comes out and gets in an argument with him. And he's like, no, this is good. I was doing a good thing. And she's like, you are losing your family, Rocky.
You're not doing a good thing.
He's the only one you care about. You're losing your family.
Yeah, and what do they say? He's being scammed or something like that?
Yeah, she's like,
Just
you're
like
the one being used.
You said in the beginning of the movie, don't get scammed.
Yeah.
You're being scammed.
Mm-hmm.
You're being scammed. And like, he's like, yeah, but he needed me. And she's like, no, your son needed you. So it's back to the two of them, I guess. So Rocky then goes looking for his kid, catches him smoking a cigarette. Again, doesn't really care. Rocky Jr.'s like, didn't you smoke him? And he's like, well, I mean, yeah. So he's like, I need to talk to you. So the other kids leave, and then Jewel straight up says to Rocky, you ain't going to hit him, are you?
Yeah.
Which, fair question, I suppose. But they reconnect, home team. We're all good after this one conversation.
Rocky's back.
Yep. Which also means it's time to go directly into the heavyweight championship fight. Tommy Gunn's got a shot against Union Jack. This
Union
is
Kane.
Union Kane. I actually wrote Union Jack in my notes. So this is Duke's all over this one. He's got both fighters in this one. Rocky's watching it down in the basement with Paulie. Literally every person is rooting against Tommy Gunn except for Rocky. The rest of the family can see, like,
why
he's not
the
worth it.
fuck does he want to root for this guy?
But he still likes him. And after taking some early shots, Tommy ends up winning. He gets on the microphone and he says, I want to thank the guy who got me here. Duke. Doesn't mention Rocky at all. This makes Rocky butthurt. He doesn't like this. So Paulie's like, come on, let's go. He says something weird. Let's go put our teeth on some brews or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to go get drunk with your Uncle
And
Paulie.
Adrian's like, yeah, you should go with him. Why don't you get on out of here?
Just leave.
And then Rocky Jr.'s like, I guess if you're leaving again, Dad, I'll just watch TV. And so everybody's fine with that. Before they leave, though, he says something about how he like just did a wonderful thing. He just won a title. And Paulie calls him a crumb bum dirtbag. Cracking
Is
me
this
right up.
the best Paulie's ever been?
Yeah, this is the best.
Rumbone
Paulie.
dirtbag.
I don't agree with that.
He lost all of Rocky's money, though. Don't forget that.
He sure did.
Mm.
At the post-fight media scrum, the press, again, is very aggressive. And they basically say, hey, you just won the world championship. Doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Why?
Union Kane was a paper champ. He never beat Rocky, so you have to fight a real challenger
I don't
now.
understand where this comes from.
Yeah.
They're very like animated with him. They're very
They never yelled,
angry.
They never yelled at Rocky in Rocky 3 about all the paper champions.
Yeah.
Or not paper champions, all the shitty contenders he beat up.
Yeah. And the Duke is like, he was the champion. He just won the title. Like, yeah, it doesn't count. Doesn't count.
He never beat Rocky.
But Duke uses this, and he pulls Tommy Gunn aside and says, basically, listen, you are never going to get out of Rocky's shadow, so you need to call him out directly. And this is his end to try to get this fight with Balboa he's been looking for. So this fight had to have been in, like, what, New York City or something? Because it's close enough that they immediately go right to Philadelphia.
Yeah, because they call him out right away.
Yep.
Right after the win.
They show up, Duke and Tony show up at the local townie bar.
Well, it was probably fought in Philly then.
Why is every heavyweight battle in
I'm
Philly?
hoping it was at least in, like, Madison Square Garden or something, and they had to drive half an hour.
No, they were in Philly too.
Yeah. Well, wherever they were, they're in
They're
Philly
there
now.
already.
And they got a camera crew with them, and they say, Rocky, we got to fight. Come on, let's championship fight. I'm going to beat you up, yada, yada, yada. Duke keeps saying, like, come on, we're going to fight in the ring, though. Let's set up this fight in the ring. Let's fight in the ring. And Paulie gets into his face and says, like, you're lucky I don't knock your teeth out or something like that.
Oh.
And so he gets walloped. Paulie goes down.
That's too far.
And then Rocky says, all right, why don't you and I step on outside? We'll do
No
this
ring.
right now.
Ding, ding.
Ding, ding. Duke is going, in the ring, in the ring, in the ring. But at this point, Tommy's like, all right, let's do it. So they step outside, and Rocky whoops up on him real quick.
He beats him instantly.
Yeah, he hits him like 4 times, knocks him over, and he's like, yeah, that's what I thought. He turns around to like talk to Paulie, make sure he's okay or whatever. Tommy gets up and tackles him, or no, not tackles him, straight up punches him from behind. And now I got ourselves a good old-fashioned brawl. Also, it's on television because they got a camera there, and the news person or whatever was like, cut in, put this on TV.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what else is
Easy.
on.
Easy ratings.
Yep. Put this on TV right now. So Junior and Adrian see it. They go running down the street. Tommy starts beating him up a little bit. And then I think he might be dying because he sees both Mickey and Drago. They appear to him.
Yes.
And we get Mickey. I didn't hear no bell. Get up, you son of a bitch. Because Mickey loves you. So that's all he needs.
Son of a bitch.
Rocky gets up. Says, I got one more round. Come on. One more round. One more round. So Tommy charges at him, and Rocky goes full street. Starts tripping him and kicking and stuff. And he opens up a can and just starts beating up on him. For the first of many times, Duke looks at him and goes, you touch me, I'll sue.
Mm-hmm.
Rocky Jr. and Adrian show up. At this point, once Adrian's there, you know it's game over.
Yep.
He goes for the body, as Rocky likes to do. Hits him a few times, gives him a couple big hooks, and then one right uppercut for the knockout. And Tommy's just laying on the ground, and Duke's like, it's all over. You ruined everything. He again says, touch me and I'll sue. So Rocky looks at him, gives him one body shot that literally lifts him off his feet onto the hood of a car, and just goes, sue me for what?
You didn't have any money, Duke.
He turns around, and the priest is there to give him another blessing.
I mean, duh. Why wouldn't the priest be there at the street fight at the bar?
And so that's the end of that.
Priests love to drink. I don't know if you knew that.
That's a fair
Yeah.
statement.
We go the next day to the stairs. Rocky climbs up
I have
with
so
his
many
son.
other things I wanted to say too. They also love to do other things.
Like what, man?
Nothing.
What do you? What did you used to do with the priest when you used to hang
Not
out
me. I'm talking about a certain bishop.
Because you guys both did used to hang out with the priest.
That's true. Not one of those ones. More of the drinking
Yeah.
kind.
I used to hear about the handles of cheap vodka.
A lot of it.
Yep.
Rocky and his
Who doesn't
son.
love a handle of cheap vodka? Come on.
God, I haven't loved a handle of cheap vodka since I was like 18 years
At
old.
some point, you did love it, though.
At some point, I did. And then I allegedly told my cousin I only liked her because I was related to her, and I had to like her. Allegedly.
Yikes.
Allegedly.
Wow.
Yikes.
You were there, Ryan.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I was there that
Oh my
night when that happened.
That was at Lemoyne with...
Oh, that's because after everything
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
Right.
Yikes.
Yikes.
I think that's the last time I liked... Not the last time I drank a cheap bottle of vodka, but that's the last time I wanted to drink a cheap bottle of
Oh,
vodka.
boy.
So we go to the big stairs in Philadelphia. Rocky climbs up with his son. Just now realizes there's a museum there. These stairs actually
He's
go
only
to something.
just now.
It's not just to train on.
That's right.
And then he gives Rocky Jr. his Mickey / Rocky Marciano necklace, which kid wants to turn into an earring.
Jesus.
And that's the end of the movie.
I mean, at this point, Lawrence Taylor did have the dangly earring.
That's
and
true.
was very cool.
That's true.
Yep.
So I guess it wasn't completely out there, but
No.
it's still weird.
This
now.
movie, we didn't really talk about it, but the movie in this goes from
90s.
Survivor and stuff like and Hearts
Yeah.
on Fire.
It's just straight into
90s
rap,
rap.
and R&B shit.
Yeah.
The soundtrack is weird. Doesn't make any sense. It's them really trying hard to be 90s hardcore.
Yeah.
It really is.
Okay. Anything
end.
else? Is that it?
That's it. It's
Wow. Rocky 5.
it's not terrible. It's the worst
Not
of the
great.
5.
All right. Give me a quote mountain. You got a quote mountain?
I was literally looking the entire time, and I think it might be, "Who's Twain? He was a painter." That might be the best line of the movie.
That's pretty good.
It is, especially the way he delivered it was perfect. Where it was
Yeah,
like
it was just
a throwaway.
It was a throwaway. Oh, he's a painter.
Also, get up, you son of a bitch. Mickey loves you.
Okay,
you
son
son
that's
of a bitch.
probably it.
Mickey
yes.
loves you.
Touch me and I'll sue. Sue me for what? I like that.
Yeah.
Sue me for what?
Yo, Tommy, I didn't hear no bell. Oh, I forgot about
It
that.
might just be again. Mickey loves ya.
There's this one that I had forgotten about, but it was funny when they first show up at the bar and they go outside and like, no, like, I'm not. I want no part of this. Let's just go back inside and have a drink. One of the fat guys sitting at the bar goes,
yeah.
like, "Yo, Rock, you need some help?" And he goes, "Guys, it ain't no piting contest."
Yeah, I like that.
So mean to your friends, but also very funny.
Because, yeah, we would definitely say that to each other.
Paulie. He says he wants to fight. I told him to go get married. Why?
Boy,
That's gym humor, Rocco. I still think it's either Mickey loves you
Yeah.
or
Get up, you son of a bitch, because Mickey loves you.
it might be that one.
I'm fine with that.
That's what all right. It's
What
in.
are the 5 quote mountains? Do we have them listed?
Yeah, we've got, in the first Rocky, won't be no rematch, don't want one.
Don't want one. Yep.
And the
Good one.
second one, it's, "Hey, Rock, it's 3 in the morning. I went up to your house there." Oh, Jesus, it's the whole fucking speech.
Speech.
I went up to your house there, and they told me you was here. It's 3 a.m., kid. You know that Adrian, she's a good girl. Oh, no, this is way longer than I thought it was.
Oh yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
5 minutes long.
Yeah, I'm not going through
All right, the
whole thing.
mixed speech.
Yep. Rocky 3 is ding ding, and Rocky 4 is I must break you.
Yeah.
Rocky 4 has the best line.
That's what I was getting at. Which one has the best line?
Yeah,
That one.
I must
What?
break you.
Ding ding is solid, but yeah,
Ding ding's real
I must
good.
break you is the answer. If he dies,
He dies. He dies. I must break you.
That has the top 2 quotes.
Yeah.
I must break you, and if he dies, he dies.
Both Drago.
Yeah. Drago's great.
Yep.
Most valuable player.
I like Adrian for it.
Wow. Okay.
Paulie. Paulie finally gets
Paulie.
it.
No.
No.
It's his fault that this movie even happens.
Adrian has a lot to do in the first half of the movie.
What about Duke, the bad guy?
The bad
He
Duke?
plays a good
Bad
bad
Duke,
guy.
evil Duke. George Washington Duke. No, nothing for him.
It's not Tommy Gunn.
It's
No,
not Tommy Gunn.
it's not Stallone's kid.
No.
No.
Not sure who.
I mentioned this off air, but Stallone's kid got fooled by the quarter behind the ear trick 4 times in the movie.
Wow.
And he's supposed to be the smart one of the family.
Yeah, but he's got
Wow.
no street smarts.
His
Dumb,
dad. It's
dumb
such a
kid.
weird thing to do to to a person that he's probably just like, what is happening?
You're not doing this again, are you?
You're not doing this. What about E from Entourage?
No, Jesus.
Paulie?
You really
What are
want?
candidates? Paulie is a candidate?
I think Paulie and Adrian are the only
Adrian?
actual candidates.
Yeah.
It's not Rocky either.
Yeah, well, he's very unlikable.
Yeah. I think it's Adrian. She makes
All
the
right.
most sense throughout the
Oh yeah,
entire
this
movie.
is the line at the beginning when they're being creeps in front of the kid. Well, maybe I'll take you upstairs and I'll violate you like a parking meter in front of his son.
And then she says,
It'll cost you a quarter.
yeah.
He said to his wife he's going to violate her.
Yeah,
Yep.
like a parking meter.
And- the
That
son's
is
standing there
so
looking like-
weird.
Oh my god.
That is so gross. It's not just like some playful flirting. I'm going to violate you.
Was that 2 sacks in a row?
Hopefully.
Jeez.
What about Duke going, God damn it, only in America? I
Couple
thought Duke
times.
was good.
Eh,
Adrian's getting it?
I don't know. Bill, you got.
You have to break the tie. I'm saying George Washington Duke.
I'm
Oh,
saying
I was
Adrian.
gonna say Paulie.
Oh God.
Wow.
I guess I would say of those two, I would say Adrian over
All
G
right,
Dub.
let's go with Adrian.
All right.
Did she have one yet?
She's been in
has
5
not.
movies and
Okay.
she's yet to have one. So
Yeah.
she's
It went Ricky, Mickey. Oh, yeah, Ricky.
Ricky?
It went Rocky, Mickey, Apollo, James Brown. Or Drago, you know.
James Brown.
Um,
All right, do we have to? Are we
did
ready to
she
rate
do
this?
anything besides the Rocky movies? as an
Yeah,
actress?
Godfather.
Oh, never seen them. Okay.
She's in Godfather.
I mean, I guess
Wasn't
she's
she
had a pretty
the-
big career then.
The daughter getting married in the second one?
She's the daughter, I think. Yeah, I think you're
Isn't
right.
that literally what he just asked?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I'm saying
Yeah.
it loud, so I'm trying to remember. You know whose mom
Talia Shire.
she is? You know who she's the mother of?
In real life or in a movie?
In real life.
I do not.
Maybe if you said it, but probably not.
She plays Connie Corleone Rizzi in The Godfather.
She is Jason Schwartzman's mom.
in.
Jason
In real life.
Schwartz-
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is he?
The guy in
Cool
lots
Ethan.
of things.
That's why. Yeah.
It's cool, Ethan.
Jason Schwartzman's mom.
Schwartzman. That's how you spell it. Yeah, it's that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
He plays that guy in all the movies.
He's in so many things. He's in a million things.
The bad guy in
Oh, she's
Punching.
in High Heart Huckabees.
the
I didn't know
With
that.
Scott
him?
Pilgrim versus the World. That's who.
Yeah,
it is.
that guy.
Oh, I've
Bad
never
guy.
seen that movie.
Bad guy in that.
That's a good movie, Bill.
I've seen it a couple times and I've almost watched it on Netflix, but I just haven't. But for me, his role is Cool Ethan in Slackers.
He's also in like every Wes Anderson movie.
Yes, but those are usually not very good.
Oh, get out of here.
Wes Anderson's overrated. We've talked about
Stop
this.
it. Get out.
She was in Blossom as herself, I think.
I like that. Blossom is a weird show.
It was. I remember watching it. I don't really remember much about it.
It's a very weird
Oh,
show.
Mark Twain and Me. She was in a TV movie.
Okay.
How about that?
All right. So what do we want to rate this?
6.5.
Okay.
6.2.
Okay. Yeah, I think I was a little higher than you guys, but like I thought you would go in the mid 7, so I was like, I'll be low. So yeah, I'll say 6.8.
8. You can make it even.
No, let's say 6.3. That's about right.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
gonna give
So
us
6.3 something.
19. So 6.3 repeating.
6.3. It's
So it's low, but
not a great movie.
it's not. But it's
But
not,
as
bad,
bad
either.
as I thought.
And it's worth the watch if you're doing them all.
It's worth a watch if you're doing them all. Also,
Exactly the same as Caddyshack.
yeah.
One below Mr. Baseball. Oh, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ! That
Okay.
fucking
These are.
movie.
I'm fine with these.
All right.
A little bit above The Replacements. That's a lie. Replacements are great.
I don't have no issues with any of these so far.
Yeah. What's your problem?
It's better than Replacements.
What's your problem?
All right, so let's see. One.
It's worse than Tom
2.
Selleck's mustache.
It's not better.
That's
than,
where it belongs.
It's like around the replacements. Oh boy.
We going right into Balboa there, Ryan?
Well, I would say yes, except for
It is tied for the 7th worst movie that we've watched.
All right, that should probably get adjusted some,
it's not good.
but it's not that
It's
bad.
not bad. It's not. It's in the middle. So Rocky Balboa, the next movie, is not available.
Okay, good. I actually.
But I-
So
Yeah,
we're not going to do Balboa,
Whew,
which means we have to
God.
spin a wheel, make a deal.
okay.
Oh yeah,
We're
I've
officially
gotta-
going to move off of Rocky. We're
Oh, shit,
officially
do I even
moving off.
have that anymore?
What a fun 5-part series this was, though.
It was.
It was good.
I haven't actually updated my tracker here in a while about what movies I should probably go and see. Let's see. So, Rocky 2,
Do you want all the
me.
Give me a category.
you want all the categories on
Anything
there?
but,
or do you,
anything but boxing. of
it's all
course.
right. We'll take golf. Well, we'll leave golf boxing on. That way you can get a golf movie.
Yeah,
if
all
you
right,
want.
give me whatever.
All right, let's spin the wheel. See what it comes up
7,
with.
Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky 5.
It's slowing down, and we've got basketball. again.
Okay.
Okay, there's a couple good ones. I don't know what's out there, but they exist.
All right. I want to see what's available here. Let's see.
So, Ryan, you did Rocky 3,
Just a
right?
second,
Yes.
Yes, and then you did Rocky 4.
yeah. Yep.
Let's see. Basketball movie. What's one of my favorite basketball movies? Uncle Drew.
There's a good one out there, but I don't know if it's available.
Uncle Drew.
Uncle Drew?
Yes.
That's not a movie, is it?
Yes.
Is that what
They
we're
made a
doing?
movie?
Uncle Drew.
I didn't know that.
Are we doing it? Or are you just? listing
No, I'm
options
just
at this
saying
point?
Uncle
Okay.
Drew is great.
I've seen like little clips of like when he was just doing the, YouTube clips or whatever. I don't know how many of these are actually available to watch right now, but I've got 5. I got more basketball on my list than anything else.
Ooh, mess.
Oh, and baseball because there's just so many baseball movies.
Oh man.
I've got like nothing on my list right now.
I only have 2 soccers. That's my short one.
I don't have any basketball, any golf, or any miscellaneous.
Oh man.
I
there's
only
so
have
many good
one of
ones.
each of the others.
There's
I
so
got-
many good ones.
I have 4 others. One of them is extra weird, and I feel like you guys might fight me on it if it ever comes to it. But
For
One of them is extra
miscellaneous?
weird. One of them is
this
extra
doesn't
weird.
count as a sports movie.
Oh.
Is it? It's probably the one I'm gonna pick.
I don't think it is.
It might be.
You're
don't
doing
think it is.
basketball.
I'm doing basketball.
Well, that's not it then.
I'm doing basketball.
Doesn't count. I'm already saying it doesn't count.
I don't even know what that one is. I have one on my list. I don't remember what it is or why I put it on my list.
Yep, same.
Sometimes I do weird movies. I want to see if this is available. It's not.
Yeah, I have 2 soccer movies, and if we watch them both, I think I'm out of soccer movies.
We probably have the same because I actually
Ooh,
do have 2
ooh.
soccer movies.
I'm sure that they're the
They're
same.
probably the same. Yeah,
I think that's all that's left.
Ooh.
it might be. Yeah, we might have
Ooh.
to take soccer off the list too.
Ooh.
Well, at some point here, I'm going to stop saying spin the wheel, and I'm just going to say
I'm doing this.
we're
movie.
50
yeah.
whatever episodes in. There's no reason we haven't done this movie yet.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, it's going to be after whatever madness this is.
It's gonna be fun. Hold on. I'm just double confirming that it's available on this service.
What are we on? Is this episode
41.
41 we're going into?
Yes.
So yeah, then I got a couple more spin the wheels, and I
Okay.
think in the next 50, I'm just going to start saying it's
All right.
time to watch some good movies that we've been avoiding.
Okay, we're doing a basketball movie.
God.
Keep this
Is
in
it,
mind.
Space Jam 2.
It's a basketball movie. It is Teen Wolf.
Okay.
Basketball movie.
Okay,
Teen
I
Wolf.
know that there is basketball
There's a
in it.
lot of basketball in Teen Wolf.
I know that.
and there's a lot of questionable basketball going on in Teen Wolf.
There's a fat kid that plays
That's
basketball, I remember.
What we're doing, Teen Wolf.
How do I watch
Alright.
this?
It's on Max.
Okay.
Okay,
It's on Max. All right.
that's a good one though because we're getting into Halloween time. So
That's true.
Yeah, that's
See,
fair.
I thought about this
Yeah,
very,
thought
a
about
lot.
That means
You
I
just
have
looked
to think
into
of
it.
one too.
Teen Wolf. I don't think we always have to continue to copy each other, but maybe
What do you mean copy each
Halloween
other?
like
sports
Rocky.
movies?
What is
No,
there
I'm
more
just
than
trying
one
to do
Teen
Halloween
Wolf?
sports movies.
Oh fuck
Are
yeah! There's
there
more
any?
than one Teen Wolf.
There are?
I don't know if he plays basketball in the other ones, but he does in this.
Well, I think our next big run of movies is going to have to be when we go through all the Air Buds.
Oh my
Do
god!
we watch him in 4X fast forward, and that's how
8X,
it's
I believe.
So yeah,
All the
there is a
episodes are
soccer
sped up?
Airbud, isn't there?
There's basketball and football.
Golden-
I know that. I know
Golden
there's
Receiver?
Golden
Those are
Receiver,
the only
which
two I know.
in 8X
for sure.
is not a bad movie.
Did they do? They did baseball too, didn't they?
I would assume. I don't know, but I would assume so.
There's several Airbuds. All right, that's not what we're
Do you
doing.
think
We're
they got
doing
him on
Teen
skates
Wolf.
at some point?
He definitely
Let's
skied.
see.
He
We got
skied?
basketball, football, soccer. We do have soccer.
Okay.
World Pup is the name of that one.
Oh
course.
boy!
And then seventh inning,
So he does
fetch.
play baseball.
seventh inning fetch.
Yep.
Airbud spikes back.
Okay.
Back to volleyball.
Volleyball. Yep. yep.
Okay.
Wow.
And then there's an Air Buddies, which is apparently puppies. Just puppies. And then Snow Buddies, Space Buddies, Santa Buddies, Spooky Buddies, Treasure Buddies, Super Buddies. What the fuck?
What are you even saying?
These are Airbud.
There's like spin-off
yeah.
Airbuds.
Yeah.
The Airbud universe is large.
Apparently,
I'm guessing he had children in Spike's back. And
Wow. All right, we're doing Teen Wolf,
okay.
which
I
is
remember
a
enjoying
basketball
this
movie.
roughly 25 years
It's
ago.
a basketball movie with Michael J. Fox.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I don't know if I
The-
probably have seen the whole thing, but I
It's
don't know.
About a kid who turns into a werewolf and plays basketball
And also goes van surfing.
The basketball game.
Urban surfing, I believe.
The basketball game is insane. It's absolutely insane. It's insane.
I vaguely remember it.
It's insane.
What show? I want to say American Dad has an episode where they do one of the kids becomes like a teen wolf, and then they're like, "Oh, we'll bet on the game because we have a teen wolf." And then a kid on the other team is also a teen wolf, and they're like, "Oh my god, they have a teen wolf too!" I love that.
You'll now get this joke. You'll now get the origin of this joke. All right, that's it. We're out of here. See you next time with Teen Wolf. No more Rockies for now. Peace out.
Ding, ding.